Video number 17. Hi, this is video number 17. I'm glad you are here because you have already watched 16 videos that I have given to you. So I hope in this 16 video that I've given to you, you have gained a lot of new information. You have understood the mechanics of the mind. I think I've spoken a lot. I've spoken a lot about the mind, how the mind ticks and how the mind works. Remember I told you about the uncontrollable mental flow? Yeah. So this mind is always talking to you when you are relaxed and so forth. And I also told you ideas come about when you're most relaxed. So those videos that I given to you gave you a good understanding of our mind, correct? And then in this video, we talk about the opinion. Everybody has a lot of opinion, a lot of ideas. Like you yourself, I think you have some ideas. But unless you open up, unless you discuss about it, otherwise those ideas are in your head, and then it's stuck in your head, and you are your own prisoner of your own opinion. Alright, so here at the Doctor Innovation, we invite you to ask questions. You throw those questions to us, and then we can have a discussion over what you have. Okay, so this is the second last video of the 19 video in step 1 that I'm giving to you. Alright, so in step 1 we are talking about conceptualization, how ideas come about, and how to manage those ideas and so forth. So we haven't actually discussed about the mechanics, how to move on with your ideas and then to turn it into a product and finally go into the market. So there will be step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, 6 and 7, where then you go into the market. So in this video, I want to continue. I want to continue to drill into you actually how to manage the mind, and how the mind works even a little bit more profound. I want to give you a real good idea, good spectrum of how the mind works, and how you can be a more well-balanced person, a more well-balanced technology developer. Okay, so in my case, I have 3 principles which I like to share you. Okay, this 3 principles has actually helped me to be a well-balanced inventor. What I mean by well-balanced is okay, maybe in the video I will explain more by what I mean by well-balanced. So the first principle I want to talk about is that I have to adapt to change. I think in the earlier video I spoke about change is inevitable, right? Because of change, taste change, color change, trend change. So it gives us an opportunity to be in this business. Give us an opportunity to be inventor, to be a technology developer, to develop something for that new market change, right? You understand? So I also have explained change is actually a double-edged sword. It gives you the opportunity to be an inventor. It is also be able to take away our job, because there will be other inventors coming in, developing new technology, developing new product and process, and if theirs is better than ours, we are out of job, right? So I want to emphasize here, we have to adapt to change. Change is inevitable, change is every day, and then whatever product that we have done today, we got to improve on it. Whatever product you are looking into it, you got to continue to improve on it. So we have to adapt to change and realize change is inevitable, and we have to adapt to it. Okay, so that's the first principle. That's why my motto, my tagline is be creative selalu. You must always be creative. Be creative selalu means always be creative. So even in your sleep, try to be creative. All right. So the second principle that I use in life is that I have to be well balanced in my work. So when I say well balanced in my work, I mean to say that I mean to say that I have to actually take one step back to explain to you that we sometimes get carried away. Why we get carried away? For example, you are doing programming and you get carried away very much. You get carried away and you forgot about the world. You forgot what to do next, and because you got so carried away, you lose out on other things. All right. So what happened is this. What happened to you actually? Okay, I want to give you a metaphor. All right. For example, there are 6 animals of the same size. Maybe an eagle. All right. Eagle like to fly. Then there is maybe a dog. A dog like to go to the city to look for food. Or maybe there's a crocodile, not a big crocodile, crocodile the size of a dog. He wants to go to the river. That's where he wants to go and live, right? Then maybe there's a monkey of the size of the same as the other 3 animals. So this monkey wants to go to climb a tree because that's where he lives. That's where the fruits are. All right. Then there's another animal. Let's say it's a deer. Right, also about that size. I want to go to the grassland because the deer want to graze the grass, you know. So you see, these 5 animals will go to different direction because that's their liking. That is how they live. So when I say this 5 animals, it's actually a metaphor to our 5 senses. We have got eyes to see, all right, and we have got nose to smell things. We have got tongue to taste our curry laksa, whether it's spicy or not. And then we have got the ear to listen to sound, music, and so forth. All right. So these are the 5 senses that we have. And these 5 senses is quite like the 5 animals. It has got a different direction it wants to go. So if you feed that particular animal, let's say you feed the eagle, and the eagle becomes stronger. When it becomes stronger, you fly. All right. So let's assuming you tie all these 6 animals into together in a rope. 6 animals. So the eagle will fly and drag the other 5 senses away. Who win? The eagle win. So the same. If you are doing computing, programming, and in that programming take out a lot of time, then it drag everybody away. Correct? So how to solve it? How to become well balanced? Okay. So the trick is this. Now the 6 animals that you have, what you should do, you have to have a pole. The pole stick to the ground and tie the string to the pole. All the 5 animals tied to the pole. When it's tied to the pole, no matter how far it comes, you cannot go and drag the other 5 animals. So this is what it means by you have to have a balance. So you got to control yourself, right? So the things that you do, you have to have some limit. You yourself will know what to control, how to limit it, how to plant the pole so that it doesn't drag the other things. You have to have a balance so that the dog can go to the city, the crocodile can go to the river. Enough, You must give the 5 senses equal opportunity, equal time, so that you fully utilize your faculty of senses. Okay. So I think in the previous video I have also spoke about the 5 mind, right? The 5 faculty of the mind. 4 actually, 4 faculty of the mind. So like in a computer, you have operating software, right? That runs your program, your Microsoft and whatever program you run your computer. But in our mind, we have got 4. Remember the 4? The first is the sensory software. All right. So just now I mentioned all the sensor. Then it goes into the software. The software is to collect all this data from outside. The sound, the touch, all right, the air, whether hot, cold, whether the I mentioned about the laksa, whether it's spicy, whether that girl is beautiful or not, the music, the noise, the sound. So that goes into the sensory software. Then the sensory software then will quickly process into the data software. Sometimes I call it perception, but we can also call it data software. The data software is your hard disk, whereby you have collect all your historical data. If you don't believe, right, why don't we take a test? You close your eyes for 5 seconds. Can you still hear my voice? Can you recognize my voice? I'm sure you say to yourself, ah, that's Dr. Buck's voice. Now you can open up your eyes now. When you open up your eyes, you can see me. So you can recognize that that's my voice. So that actually the data, the second faculty of the mind, the data software say, ah, that's Dr. Buck's voice, right? So that is for you to recognize things, recognize the taste, recognize the sound, and all the sensory that has brought to the data software. And then it goes into the third software, which is the emotion. The emotion software. The emotion software is to understand whether it's hot, it's cold, and how you react to it. Whether it's really spicy, or whether the sound is really nice, you like the music, right? So this is how you respond to it. Happy or not happy. Then of course we got the last software, which is actually the most important software. The fourth software is the logic, is the thinking software. The one that do all the analyze, and you make a decision after the analyze. It's all in nanosecond, very fast. You don't even know, but actually this four software works simultaneously. Pum, 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 pum. Then you can respond immediately. All right. So what I want to bring you to this information is because there are many times you may also have encountered that some people are stupid. Some people who actually understood the truth also understand that people has lied, but he still believes in that person. So that person is stupid, right? Then what happened? You want to cut off the relationship? No. So this is the principle I talk about. How to stay well connected. To stay well connected means you don't cut the relationship. You can actually agree to disagree with him, and you can tell him the same. You don't have to agree with me, but let's continue to be friends, right? Rather than burning the bridge. Once you burn the bridge, it's very hard for you to build the bridge again. So try not to try not to burn the bridge, but build the bridge. So this is what I mean by staying well connected. Okay, so just now I spoke about we have to adopt to change. Second, I talk about we have to have balance. Remember, I told you to plant the pole, so all your sensory organ and all your time that you spend towards something is well balanced. And the third thing is stay well connected. Right? Stay well connected doesn't mean you have to have 5,000 friends in a Facebook. You don't have to have 10,000 followers in your Instagram. Stay connected means that the people that you deal with, you understood them, or you have a good working relationship, or even those don't have a good relationship, but you stay well connected. Okay, but before I go, there's also another important thing that I want to tell you. Remember, I spoke about this person who actually know the truth, also know that this person is lying, but yet still supporting him and still believe in him. So these people are called stupid. Because why? Because they don't think. So this is where I want to bring a new information to you. A human being actually has got two minds. One is called the thinking mind, and one is called the emotional mind. All right. So emotional mind can sometimes overcome the logic thinking. Right. Emotional mind. Sometimes when you fall in love with a girl, you don't think anymore, right? So the emotional mind can sometimes be a lot more powerful than the thinking mind. This is the important information that I want to share you in this video. Maybe you never, you have experienced it, but you have not thought about it. So you have to understand your co-worker or your friends, how they think and so forth, because you are going to work with them. All right. So like I said, this is the second last video of the step number 1, whereby I have actually talked about the mind and human behavior a lot. That is important. That's to give you a lot of foundation so that you can you know where you stand. So when you are making a decision, you make a decision with less risk. Okay. So I enjoy talking to you. I hope to see you again in the next video, which is the last video of step number 1, conceptualization. I'll see you again. Be creative selalu.